everyone, and welcome back to The Rules. I am in a brand new car. As you can see, it's a rental. There's a story. Once upon a time, there was a girl driving down the road to get some coffee and donuts. The person in front of her slowed down to make a right-hand turn. The person behind her didn't. Nope, that butthead didn't slow down at all. He drove right into the back of that girl's car. Totally accurate reenactment, I promise. So after that happened, I was a little bit flustered, as you can probably imagine, and I panicked a bit. I knew that, first of all, I should scan my body to make sure that I was okay, and in the moment, yeah, thought I was fairly okay, so I got out of the car, and the person who hit me said, "Oh, are you okay?" Blah, blah, whatever. And so I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm okay. I don't know right now." Then we exchanged information because that's what you're supposed to do in the case of a fender bender. If nobody is seriously injured, then they don't want you to bother the police because they have better things to deal with, apparently. Actually, right after we pulled off to the side of the road, a cop car drove right by. Didn't care. I wasn't really thinking straight. I wrote down all of my information, he wrote down all of his information, and we exchanged it. He said, "If you don't want to go through insurance, then just give me a call and we'll work something out." Of course, why wouldn't I want to go through insurance? Because, well, wasn't my fault. Now, what I should have done is written down all of his information myself, but I did not think to do that. I didn't look at his information, I didn't look at his driver's license, I didn't even look to make sure that the license plate that he had written down was right, and it wasn't until I got up to the collision reporting center later that day that I realized that I had been duped. Everything he wrote down, totally wrong. I felt really dumb. In the moment, I was not thinking straight, and, you know, why wouldn't I believe the person who was writing down his own information? Maybe I'm too naive, maybe I am too trusting, but I didn't even think to double-check anything. But here's my rule, my friends, for this week. Trust no one. In case of an emergency or some kind of minor fender bender in which you may be a little bit flustered and not thinking straight, it would be a good idea to keep in your car a list of all of the things that you should do in the event of said accident. I would go so far as to writing myself a little letter to remind myself not to be so dumb next time. However, I don't think I will ever make that mistake again. So remember, everybody, don't make the same mistake that I did. Trust no one, and make sure to always double-check people's documentation, because there are some mean, bad people in the world who want to take advantage of people who are more trusting and nice. And now I'm out $1,000, and I'm calling it the stupid tax. I will not be stupid again. And I hope you won't be either. So I hope you learned something from this week's rules. I hope it's actually a bit of a life lesson, because I certainly learned it this past week. For the record, I am okay. Mostly just beating myself up. Anyway, guys, if you have ever had any kind of car incident, then let me know down in the comments below so I don't feel so bad about myself. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I will be back next week, hopefully in my own car, and yeah. Hope you learned something. Drive safe, everyone. Bye. This phrase, killing it. Or killed it. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it just makes me so angry.